I'm doing well, Craig. How are you?
Great. So I'll start with you.
Okay.
You're a diehard Giant fan.
Yeah.
You know the moves the Giants made yesterday.
I know most of them.
All right. Obviously, not major changes since we left the air yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You also know what the Eagles have lost in Dean and Blankenship and Dotson and a couple other guys. And if they've added nobody to their roster, are you one of those Giant fans that is of the accurate belief right now that the gap is closed a bit?
Craig, there is no way to think of it otherwise.
Yes.
Of course
All
the gap
in.
is closed.
I love it.
The gap closed before yesterday.
Yeah, you think? Well,
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
I can't say that.
The gap has been closed since they made the announcement of John Harbaugh being the head coach.
I'm not sure about that.
Of course it has.
But I do think
they're falling apart.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to coach there. They just lost a bunch of players.
Right.
They're coming from being the class of the NFC. I mean, they won the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Last year, they've owned this division. They're trending in the wrong direction only because they were at the tippy top, and the Giants are improving.
Yeah,
and the Giants have a quarterback. And the Giants continue to get better.
We think the Giants have a quarterback. We're going to find out. This is a pivotal year for his growth, no doubt about it.
It's been
but I say this, look, the Eagles are still the best team in the NFC East, and until somebody knocks them off,
correct.
That's just the way it is. You got to suck it up and deal with it. And that's a reality. And they come back, although they lost 4 or 5 guys yesterday. I know they've got some second-year players that they think are now ready to become starters. That's part of it. Like the Dean situation, who I think is a phenomenal defensive player.
Losing good players is the price you pay for being a talented team.
But I do think, and I think this probably, I can make this claim for Washington and Dallas as well, but since we're in New York Station, you're a Giants fan, I think second place is up for grabs in the NFC East.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt.
I don't think first place is yet. Now, barring another collapse in Philadelphia, some kind of situation with that douche knuckle Nick Sirianni, A.J. Brown, like we know all the problems in Philly, but they've done something no other NFC East team has done in the last, I think, 25 years now, and that's win the division back-to-back, which is amazing that we went that long, couple decades, without a repeat division champion. So they are certainly the team you got to beat. But, man, they're not as good as they were 2 days ago.
No.
I know it's all on paper, and they've got issues in the locker room and another new offensive coordinator now, and nobody wants to work with Nick Sirianni and blah, 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 blah. But I think the gap is closed. I think the gap is closed where second place is wide open now, and I could see any one of the 3 teams, especially if Jaden Daniels is healthy all year, making a run for second place and by proxy, a wild card spot. But like you and I discussed yesterday, if you're sniffing a wild card spot, let's just say the week after Thanksgiving, you are a happy camper.
Yeah, well, listen, they bet that's bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's bare minimum for this Giants team. When you say sniffing, like in the conversation, still on the table that they could be a wild card team after Thanksgiving, that's bare minimum. If the season's over after Thanksgiving, if there's no real hope of making the postseason, even if they've gotten better, even if they're more competitive, even if they've won some more games, if there's no real thought or prospect of getting into the postseason after Thanksgiving, I would be wildly disappointed.
Wow. All right,
wildly
so
disappointed.
You're at the upper end of expectations.
I don't think that's
Is
upper
fair?
end.
No, it's upper end. To go
still
from
alive for a postseason spot?
To go from 4 wins, right, to we're alive for a playoff spot December 1st.
Yeah.
That's upper echelon optimism.
I don't think so.
Because you could come in now and say, look, I think we're going to be an 8-9 team. And I would sign up for that year one. Right. You're not saying it, but that would be plausible to say that. But to get in, it's a minimum of 10 wins to get in. You're not getting even 9 wins, in my humble opinion. Right. Obviously, unless you're in the NFC South and you win the division at 9-8, right? So the fact that whether it's just the Giants moves alone, including Harbaugh, or now you want to add to the fact that the Dallas Cowboys have not added anybody of note. The Washington Commandos are getting rid of most of their players because of age, so they're not adding anyone yet of note. The New York Giants have made moves that I think we both agree have made them a better football team. Yeah. I'm not sure how appreciably better, but a better football team. And the Eagles lost 5 or 6 guys yesterday. So I think to say that they've closed the gap between first place and everybody else, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think if you're a Giants fan, that's a fair reaction to the first 24 hours of free agency.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think what they've done here is they solidified the tackle. I really do think that Illuminor re-signing is as important a deal that they made, right? I think that now they still have some weaknesses. Defensive backs are a weakness.
They don't have one right now.
They don't have them.
Yep.
Like, I know they made some additional signings. I think they signed Washington since we last spoke.
And I think Greg Newsome signed after we got off the air as well.
Yeah, so like they've added some pieces to that room, but it's not a very good room. The interior of the offensive line still needs AVT left.
He went to New England yesterday.
Went to New England. Yep. It came down to, as Connor Hughes said, it kind of came down to years, and it kind of blew up at the last minute. They expected it. And there are two deals like that. There's Flott and there's Vera Tucker that we felt like were going to happen and got pulled out at the last minute.
Yeah.
That's disappointing because that would really make the team a hell of a lot better.
So let me ask you the obvious question.
Yeah.
And there's no right or wrong to it. It's just your opinion as a Giant fan. Giant fans will put this out to you guys as well. Mm-hmm. What's the next move where you would say, I'm uber confident that we could compete for a wild card? Obviously, the upgraded tight end. Mm-hmm. You bring back Illuminor. That's a big deal, obviously, for protection, right? Mm-hmm. You got
your linebacker.
Yeah,
in
Trayvon Edmonds, right?
Trayvon Edmonds. So,
okay, so
you
what's
feel better
the
about
next
that.
move for you to say, no matter what else we do, obviously you got to kill the draft, all that stuff, but is there another position you want an upgrade on prior to the draft where you would say, I think we're there, Craigie?
I think I mean, any one of the three to me.
No, you got to pick one. That's how the game works.
I think they're weakest at cornerback.
Can't pick three, got to pick one.
I think they're weakest at cornerback still.
So you get a legit starting cornerback.
Yeah.
You would then at least have the confidence to say 10 wins, not out of the question.
If they get
Is that fair?
Yeah. If they trade for Brian Thomas out of Jacksonville, and now you've added that.
I like that.
You added to the wide receiver position. Bring back him and Neighbors who played together in college. I would be really confident in the offense.
I like that too.
I would be really confident in the offense.
So
that
a defensive back, a starting cornerback. And if you could add to that, a guy like Thomas Jr.
I want another wide receiver bad.
Yeah.
I want another wide receiver bad. So I think cornerback is their biggest weakness.
Okay.
But I think the biggest upgrade to this team would be at the wide receiver position. I think there are better options.
I think cornerback and wide receiver until you know that the big fella's coming back 100%.
Yeah.
Or when he's coming back.
I mean, we feel good about
Neighbors is coming back. We just don't know exactly when.
Right.
It might not be week one, but I think there's a prospect that he's back, by the end of September.
Yeah. But I think we're starting to see the vision of this team, and just knowing Harbaugh is behind everything, that we're building the team in his vision, bringing in a bunch of different, obviously, Baltimore Ravens. I know we don't make a big deal out of the punter. It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
This team was
bad.
Let's
not get crazy. Please don't do that.
It's so bad.
Don't do that.
It's a big deal.
It's not
a big deal to get the all-pro punter. It's a big deal. It is.
I got to push back.
It's a big deal.
I'm Mr. Positive today.
I know. It's important.
But we are not going to wax poetic
I'm not
that the Giants got a punter. Please.
They were so inept in the kicking game. So inept.
It's a punter.
I understand that, but knowing that they're going to get a special teams coach, because that's what he has as his beginnings, getting a special teams coach, already making a move on the punter.
Yeah.
They still have Geno on the roster. I don't know why.
Right.
But eventually they'll upgrade there, and I just know they're going to be so much better prepared in that area.
To punt.
I know, to punt.
To punt.
Amazingly enough, Craig,
We're excited about a punter.
The game. Yes, I'm excited about a punter.
Now look,
I'm excited about a punter. I'm excited about bringing back a right tackle. I'm excited about adding to the linebacking core. I'm excited about everything they did.
And I think you're crazy.
Okay.
All right? And I think you got to make a life decision, big guy. You can't be a shill for two teams. If you're going to be the Yankees shill, we accept that out of you. God. You can't be a giant shill. Because what you just said,
not being a giant
I'm excited
shill.
For the punter.
Yes, that's not being a shill. That's the opposite, Craig.
I think we're a playoff
team. So freaking bad that even an upgrade at the punter makes me excited. That's the opposite of shilling.
Not shilling.
If it was a good team, if I was uber confident in it, I would, a punter. They're so awful at that that it's a major upgrade, and it excites me that I know there'll be some competence in the special teams. Yes.
In giving the other team the ball.
In the last 3 years, they have had multiple games where they don't have a kicker. Multiple games in multiple seasons.
I know
that they don't have a kicker.
That's more field goal kicking than punting, though. To be fair,
right?
Yes.
Now, granted, but he was a terrible punter.
And this punter can kick too. They tell me. I was doing some research into him
because they might need a kicker if they keep Geno. But yes, everywhere they've improved. Now, do I look at the first day of offseason moves and say to myself, the Giants have dramatically changed who I thought they were? I don't know, because I expected some of these moves. Like, I expected them to improve at linebacker. They don't have one. So, like, they've done the things that they've kind of needed to do.
Right.
They've lost the guys mostly that I thought they would lose, Wan'Dale Robinson being the main one. They brought back Illuminor. I'm excited about that. But ultimately, this is still, as much as I like a lot of the moves in free agency, and as much as I can envision likely being a major part of the offense and improving the offensive line and all the things they're going to do, it's not like anything has jumped out at me to say, wow, I didn't see that coming, and now they're going to be far better than I expected. Well, they've continued a process that started when they hired John Harbaugh.
We're going to get into it with you on the phones at 888-808-1019. I thought you were going to kind of react that way because I've seen all these Giant fans around here.
We're excited.
Going crazy.
We're excited.
After yesterday and then the 24 hours that the legal tampering period opened up. But I do think the Giants have gotten a little bit better. I think they have. I think you guys overstate the Harbaugh effect a little bit too much for my liking.
I think a lot of this team's failures was the coaching staff.
Maybe. We're going to find out.
Like, I think they're talented. The reason he picked the team is because there's talent here.
He's also signed 17 former Ravens.
Yes.
A team that missed the playoffs last year.
It's okay.
A team that's only got to one AFC championship game in the Lamar Jackson era.
It's about having guys in the room that understand what he's about.
I'm just playing devil's advocate with you.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm the guy that started this off being positive. Mm-hmm. I think the Eagles took a step backwards yesterday. And any step backwards for teams that are better than you means by default you're closer to them. I think yesterday was a net positive day for the New York Giants. Yeah. Now, do I think they're a wild card team? I don't.
That's fine.
Do I think they're a playoff team? I don't. Mm-hmm. Do I think they're a Super Bowl team? I don't.
Yeah.
Do I think the gap between one and everybody else has gotten closer? I do.
Can I just say one thing?
If you're going to spend all afternoon telling me about the punter, we're going to have problems today.
I'm not telling you about the punt. That's the opposite of what I was trying to do.
We got Ray Guy yesterday. We're going to win a Super Bowl.
I'm saying that.
Hey, Reggie Roby came out of retirement. We're going to win a Super Bowl.
I'm saying the whole reason I'm excited about it is because they were that bad. They're improving in areas. That's an important area to improve when you're that bad. But can I just say something about the Eagle point?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I know the Eagles are really good. And I'm not trying to tell you they're right there with the Eagles. I'm not.
They're not.
But they were pretty awful last year, right?
Oh, they made the playoffs.
The Giants.
Oh, the Giants. Yeah. Here we go. I knew this was coming. Did we beat them once last year?
I feel like we did, right? Was it like 34-17?
Did we beat the Eagles last year?
Wasn't it 34-17 in a rout, pretty much?
Yeah.
So, like,
what happened the second time?
It didn't go as well.
That's right.
We didn't have guys healthy.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying, they kicked the Eagles' ass last year.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
We're going to get all your calls, Giant fans. If you're excited, be excited. Don't anybody talk you off that bridge.
I'm not.
And one note, because I saw that WFAN announced a bit of a milestone earlier today, that I guess Boomer has now done more morning shows than Imus.
How about that?
Right?
Congrats to Boomer.
Well, I think there's a fair reaction to that. In the spirit of WFAN, I think people celebrating that and using that as a talking point today, which many have, I think everyone's kind of missed the boat on that, if I may. Because obviously, I've done more shows with Boomer than any other person on the planet. Still, there's a chance Greg will surpass me a couple of years from now. But for the moment, I'm that guy.
Right.
And I think if we're going to acknowledge that Boomer has now done more shows than anyone else on WFAN in the morning, surpassed Imus, whatever the number is, in the spirit of WFAN, because I've been asked by a lot of people, what do you think about that? I have one word and one word only. Compiler.
Compiler?
Stat better.
Yeah. I mean, it's a list of how many shows he's done. Yeah. And it's the definition of compiling. Yes.
He's a stat compiler. That's all. He's Dave Kingman. There you go.
He's Dave Kingman.
888-808. I
get it. I get it. I love how you. Yeah. I mean, and that's. I could just hear Francesca saying it too. It's a
He's a compiler. Yeah,
he's a compiler.
He likes Inge, and he's a compiler. That's what it is.
I'm more of a stretch of greatness than a compiler.
There you go.
And now he only had, would you say he had a full 10-year run of greatness, though, right? So, I mean, that's...
With me, he did.
You can't argue that. You certainly can.
I put that up against anybody.
So, I mean, not only has he been here forever, but he compiled 10 years of greatness.
10 years of greatness.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, not 11.
Okay.
Not 16.
That's a full decade of greatness in
not 18.
In your eyes. Yeah.
There were 10 years of greatness in there.
Okay.
And tangibly, I could back that up.
I hear you. Then what happened?
In any event, yeah, I got stupid is what happened. Rose, I'd still be sitting there rich, but I'm poor, and I'm sitting with you. Yeah, and I adore sitting next to you. Very happy to be here.
Thank you.
All right, quick break.
Warm and fuzzy.
Your calls, New York Giants, have they closed the gap? Are you one of those uber positive Giant fans? And by the way, big sighting of Bigfoot the last couple of days. We'll get into that a little bit later on as well. I'm very excited about that, too. All coming up.
I thought we were going to just talk about how great Judge is all day. You don't want to do that?
Aaron Judge?
You don't want to just talk about the greatness of Aaron Judge? At least, I think he deserves 5 minutes in every segment.
To be fair,
I love watching him play.
I watched the entire game.
I love watching the
Not that great.
Not that great? No?
Not that great.
Okay.
Good. Not that great.
Arm looks good.
I will get
people out on the base.
We got lots cooking. It's a Tuesday on the Fan. Giant fans, how close do you think they really are? Right after this.
We're coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody. This portion of the program is sponsored by the Long Island Boat and Fishing Show. The Long Island Boat and Fishing Show is back at the Nassau Coliseum, March 13th through the 15th. Huge savings on fishing boats, tackle, personal watercraft, and electronics. Children enjoy free face painting and meet Twiggy the water skiing squirrel. You got to meet Twiggy. Free parking all weekend. Visit nyboatshows.com.
We have breaking football news. I apologize for jumping in here, Big Mac. It's the news that nobody wanted. The New York Jets have just announced, or it's been announced, that the New York Jets have a quarterback.
The Jets have a quarterback?
The New York Jets now have a quarterback on their roster. Do not say the name yet, Petey.
That changes things.
Do you have the deal there or no? Tell me what the deal is. Do you have it or not?
There's a trade. It was a trade.
A trade?
Geno Smith.
Geno
Smith is coming to the Jets.
Geno Smith is now the New York Jets quarterback.
Is that it?
I'll give you the details.
It is?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel.
Do you have the details or no?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the Raiders are sending.
My whole day just changed for the worse. Like, I was having such a good time. I believe in Darren Moogie.
That's what you get, compiler. That's
you get.
Boom.
And now you got to go ahead and ruin the postseason by trading for Geno Smith.
You had a trade for Geno Smith?
Which means we're on the hook for his contract.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
What's the deal?
So
did you get anything back?
Geno Smith and a 2026 7th-round pick.
Which is nothing.
In exchange for 2026 6th-round pick.
I don't care about that.
And that's it.
And we're eating the contract?
Yeah.
So you got a worse pick and Geno Smith? And you're picking up his contract?
Yeah.
Are we missing the boat on Geno Smith?
No, we're not.
Are we? No. Because, why didn't they really? Why would you do this?
Right.
Why would you trade for him and take all his money?
They're going to release him. You don't have to trade.
We're missing something. So
now,
they must believe Geno
perhaps
Smith
there's
can
a part
play.
of the deal not announced yet.
Yeah.
Where the Raiders are going to eat a healthy percentage of the contract.
What's his contract?
So he signed a 2-year, $75 million extension in April of 25. Had $66.5 million in guaranteed money, an average salary of $37.5. As of March 2026, the Raiders are reportedly releasing him, leaving $18.5 million in dead money.
So he was $18 million on the cap for the Jets?
I guess he had 1 year.
No, it'd be not.
No,
that
hang on.
Money.
Yeah, 2026 status. $18.5 million in dead money following his release. He was going to get a base salary this year of $26.5 million. So if he's on the Jet roster, the New York Jets are paying him, unless the Raiders are eating some of it, and we've not seen that yet, $26.5 million for a horrendous quarterback that sets our franchise back another 10 years. Yuck.
We have to figure out exactly what's going on because I'm not understanding it.
Call Connor up during the break and see if we get more info.
Exactly on the numbers because
come on.
Was he because you're the reading upon his release so he wasn't released as far as I know. That's why they had to trade for him.
If they traded for him, which is what was announced.
Yeah.
Unless the Raiders have agreed to eat part of the contract, it's $26.5 million to the Jets.
And they got a worse pick.
6 for 7th. Right.
Yeah. They gave a 6, got a 7th back.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't listen. Muji has done a great job.
Unless
we're missing something.
Great job, nothing.
Now you're done with Muji?
I want to find out how much the Raiders are eating of that 26.5. It better start with a 2. I'll tell you that right now.
I did not see
ahead,
trade.
Pete.
I'm reading Connor Hughes' tweet.
Yeah.
He said the Jets chose to trade for Geno Smith as opposed to wait for him to be released to assure they got him.
They wanted Geno Smith. They want Geno Smith badly. What are we missing?
Come on.
What are the rest of us missing? It's not just me and you.
Nothing.
What are the rest of us missing?
I'm telling you nothing. We're not wrong on this one. Geno Smith is a horrendous quarterback. Horrendous. He stunk last year. He's going to stink this year. Why would the Jets be in love with Geno Smith to the point where we better trade for him? Because there's so much competition out there for Geno Smith.
Here's the only thing, right? If he gets
come on.
If he gets released, right, they're on the hook to pay the money. He's probably going to sign for the league minimum. Correct? Right.
That's absolutely right. Just like Kyler Murray and Tua.
Right.
Same exact scenario.
I guess their fear is he would pick somewhere better to try and go win.
Because how many teams?
Because you're not going to get into a bidding war over the money.
No, it's $1 million too.
Yeah. So like he would just. How many other teams are looking for a quarterback? How many other teams are in on Geno Smith? And
none.
Even if you lose him, Geno Smith with a $22 million price tag makes no sense.
26.5.
26.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
26.5 million. If he'd been cut, the Raiders would have had to eat 18.5 against the cap.
They're paying $26 million and a pick swap of 6 and 7 next year to secure Geno Smith.
Yeah, they were desperate to get Geno Smith.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. And I've been a big Darren Moogie guy.
I don't get it.
And I've agreed with virtually everything he's done prior to this. This is another example of a New York Jet train wreck. You just told the Jet fan base that we think Geno Smith is the best answer at quarterback. We're going to pay him $26.5 million to be our franchise quarterback. Go check his stats from last year.
I'm trying to think. The year before, right?
Was that the comeback player of the year?
In 2024.
Yeah.
No, he had 2 Pro Bowl seasons in 22 and 23.
Go ahead.
24, the last year with the Seahawks, they decided to move on and bring in Sam Darnold. We know what happened. In 2024, they were 10 and 7. He had a 70% completion percentage.
Yeah.
He threw for 4,300 yards.
Okay, great.
21 touchdowns, 15 interceptions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's not terrible.
On a team with a top 10 defense,
that's
a great running game,
yes,
and a couple of world-class wide receivers.
Last year, he was god-awful.
Yeah, I think it's like 17 touchdowns, 15 picks, something like that.
19 touchdowns, 17 picks, which led the
league. Garbage. He's a garbage football player.
I mean, I guess
garbage football player.
He's 30. He's going to be 36 this season.
Yeah, a 36-year-old garbage football player is going to make $26.5 million and be our savior.
I guess the thought is,
what are we doing?
They can get that. He can go back to being the player he was 2 years ago.
Here's the thought. He sucks so bad. We're going to get the #1 pick next year.
You could do that with you don't have to spend $26 million.
You just ruined my whole day. We've got to take a break.
They traded to bring back Geno Smith
because according to Connor Hughes, we didn't want to lose him. What? Come on.
You're selling Geno Smith to the fan base, and not only that, we had to have Geno Smith. Trust us.
Couldn't live without him.
Had to have him.
Had to have him. Had to have him. Couldn't live without him.
I don't get this at all.
Couldn't go out there and get Kyler Murray for $1 million too. Couldn't go out there and get Kirk Cousins. Even Carson Wentz now sounds like a better option.
For $26 million?
Yeah. $26 million for a garbage 36-year-old quarterback? I hate to say this, but are you stupid?
This is
this is why it's impossible to be a Jets fan. Darren Moogie was doing great. Right up until this moment in time. Ugh. I'm going to go vomit. I'll be back. We'll be back. Your calls are a big part of it.
They traded
the Giants have closed the gap on Philly, or have they? And the Jets are selling their fan base that Geno Smith had to be a Jet. We couldn't live without him. What?
They're going to be. Here's a positive.
Here's a positive.
There's a positive.
Raiders are eating a part of the contract?
Before the trade was agreed to, Geno Smith agreed to restructure his contract.
Okay.
The Raiders still will pay the bulk of it, and the Jets will take on Smith's contract at just over veteran minimum.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, okay.
A little bit better.
There we go. We were yelling without knowing.
I kept saying, tell me they're eating the contract.
That's what I was saying. We were missing something.
Tell me they're eating the contract, and it still sucks?
Yeah.
but it sucks a little bit less.
Yeah, for the league minimum, now it's just. And
what a garbage move.
They paid the price swap to ensure nobody else having rights to him, which is that. I mean, if they felt Geno Smith was the guy, I still don't know why. But to swap a 6 and a 7 to secure him as opposed to letting him hit free agency, or I get it. I
don't get it.
It's the veteran
it's
minimum.
It's stupid.
It's the veteran
At
minimum.
least they're not eating the money. Please don't burp anymore, Pete.
It's the veteran minimum. It's the same as picking him up in free agency.
Way to ruin a week, Jets. Thanks for that. Let me guess. Ticket price increases for Geno Smith? Is that what we're going to do now?
They're bringing him home.
Ugh. We'll get your calls. Giants closing the gap. Jets ruining a good Tuesday. I'm not sure what's going to make me feel better now. Oh, yeah, I do. Ralph's Italian Ices.
And today's the day.
Today's the day. Exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't have any, but maybe someone could go get it for us.
Can we see if they're open? They're open, right?
There's one in the city that should be open, yeah.
Geno Smith coming back to the Jets.
Crazy late for a break. Sorry about that, but breaking news is breaking news. We'll get into it with you. 888-808-119. Jet.